The U.S. Navy is now training sailors on gender pronouns. That's a big priority. Let's read from the Washington Free Beacon before we pull that video up. The Navy's training its members to create a safe space, we've heard that before, by using proper gender pronouns in a new instructional video modeled after a children's show. There you go. The official training video is meant to emphasize, quote, the importance of using correct pronouns as well as polite etiquette when you may not be sure of someone's pronouns, according to the Navy, which last month published the video online. I hadn't seen it. I did now. The Defense Visual Information Distribution Service touts the video as, quote, an official U.S. Navy video posted by Air Force Staff Sergeant John Benucci. Okay, so let's just take a look at the video. We're going to play it. I'm going to react, provide some commentary. I think you need to see. You think about the Navy, you think about what they do, what they should be doing. Let's take a look at what they're focused on right now. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Johnny and I use he, him pronouns.
Hi, and I am Kanchi and I use she, her pronouns.
And we're here to talk about pronouns.
What is a pronoun? A pronoun is how we identify ourselves apart from our name, and it's also how people refer to us in conversations.
Using the right pronouns is a really simple way to affirm someone's identity.
Okay, so here I am already, just started, and my blood pressure has risen. First of all, why do they model it after a children's show? Why do I feel like a 5-year-old in kindergarten watching this? And why do they need the sailors to feel that way? What is going on? Have I completely lost my mind? I'm watching this. I see it. Why? It reminded me of Blue's Clues. You guys remember that cartoon? Before I got on air, I said, what was that blue dog? There was always a lesson involved. Why are they infantilizing people in the Navy? Can you imagine? Your job is to serve and protect. You got to sit and watch this video? Come on. Okay. I'm going to continue, Tyler. I'm going to do this a lot throughout this video, so got to be prepared.
Acceptance.
We're going to continue with the video.
If it's a signal of acceptance and respect, how do we go about creating a safe space for everybody?
Safe space.
That's a good question. A really good way to do that is to use inclusive language. Instead of saying something like, hey guys, you can say, hey everyone, or hey team.
Yeah, and now that you say that, another way that we could show that we're allies and that we accept everybody is to maybe include our pronouns in our emails, or like we just did, introduce ourselves using our pronouns.
Okay, stop. First of all, hey guys, I use that for everyone all the time. I don't say, I mean, you walk into a room, hey guys, or hey guys, what's up? Now you can't say that. You can't say, hey guys, stop it. There's no better way to say this. This is a mentally unhinged conversation. This is a mentally unhinged conversation. You're going to have to open an email now. People are going to have to define themselves as he, her, she, him, whatever, it. Maybe I'll just use it from now on. It simplifies everything. Maybe I'm the monster from Stranger Things because I identify that way. What is going on? Okay, what is going on? Tyler, can you do me a favor? I need to skip to 2:20 in the video. This is one of my favorite parts. This woman in the video seems pleasant. She describes an encounter that she had with someone who didn't want to use the demanded pronouns. That person objected and said, it's my freedom to not do this. And she had a reaction to it. Let's play her reaction to it. 2:20.
Pronouns, and somebody was disagreeing with how different people see themselves as different pronouns, and the argument was, if you look like a female, then it's she, her, because that's what's normal. And if you make me call you something else, then you're infringing on my rights. And I was really taken aback by the comment, and I really wasn't sure how to respond. And the only thing I could really think quickly to say was, it's not about you at all. And it's mostly and ultimately about respect.
It is about respect.
So she couldn't fathom that someone might say, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play this fictional game with you. I don't want to play house. What's going on? We're not 3. We're not 3 years old. So if I walk in here today to do my show and I announce when I walk in to everybody that I'm a kitten and I start meowing and hissing and scratching. It happens sometimes. I've been known to scratch a thing or two, a post or two, shall we say. But if I do that, everybody here has to call me a kitten, has to treat me like, okay, this is a kitten, or I'm not being respected. This is the world we live in now. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. And what happens behaviorally if I start let's say I just pause the mic, push it aside, go for a little round of scratching. Anybody got any catnip? People are laughing. These guys are laughing. But seriously, this is where we are. And if you don't oblige, you are disrespecting me. Okay. So I started by saying this is mentally unhinged. Some people might have found that extreme. This is mentally unhinged. You can call yourself whatever you want. You don't then get to demand that everybody play that game. That's what they're doing now. Let's get back to the focal point. Now, you could watch this video. Let's say it wasn't for the U.S. Navy. Let's say it just existed for within a company. It would be bad enough, right? We would be sitting here and covering this video, this absolute and complete insanity, this breakdown of facts and just absence of mental sanity. We would be covering it regardless. But then you have to remind yourself, this is for the U.S. Navy. So let's remind ourselves what the U.S. Navy is supposed to do. Let's go to the website. How about that? Navy.com. They have a mission statement on the bottom right of the website. I pulled it from here. And this is what it says. To recruit, train, equip, and organize to deliver combat-ready naval forces to win conflicts and wars while maintaining security and deterrence through sustained forward presence. That is what the U.S. Navy is supposed to be doing. They are supposed to be combat ready. They are supposed to be focused. One of the hardest jobs in the world, right? We all say those who serve and protect, those who serve and protect. These people have to be at the ready to fight a war and hopefully to win. That's why they're there. They're not there to make you feel good about what pronoun they use. This is terrifying. My friend Jesse Kelly always says, we're going to lose a major war. When he used to say that on Twitter, I used to laugh. It was funny. He would put, that comment above. It's not so funny anymore. It's true. It is true. You have other nations ramping up, and this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. They had to sit and watch this video. Can you imagine? You watch this video. You leave that room, you're deflated. You're like, what am I even doing here? If I were there, I'd be losing passion in the mission. Oh, these people, how do you take that job seriously when the people in charge don't take your job seriously? They're going to send you in to fight, but first you got to watch an instructional video about what to call someone so that they feel comfortable and they don't go home crying that day. If you go home crying that day, sorry to say, if you go home crying that day because someone used the wrong pronoun, you better get out of the Navy. You better get out of the Navy. You better step back and put somebody in there who isn't hurt so easily. These people are there to fight wars. Wake up, America. Wake up. So this woke stink, when you see I've never personally, maybe you have, Tyler, I've never been sprayed by a skunk. Lucky in that capacity. When you get sprayed by a skunk, have you been sprayed by a skunk ever?
Thankfully not.
Okay.
Knock on wood.
So we're lucky. We share that. Knock on wood. Tyler's going to leave, go home today, go on a little trip over the weekend and be like, you will never guess what happened. Yep. It's coming. Because now that we said it hasn't happened to you, it will. You get sprayed by a skunk and the stink is everywhere, right? There's an episode of Curious George my son watches. George gets sprayed by a skunk. They have to wash him with tomato juice. It's a whole big thing. Well, the woke stink is everywhere now. It's not just, in your city, at the local theater, it's in your kid's school, and now it's in the military. The problem is that when this stuff gets into the military, we're going to wind up with a major national security threat. This is a national security threat. The fact that this is being prioritized in the military and these men and women are they have to shrink behind a table and watch a little video. This is horrible. You want to show them a video? Show them a video that fires them up, that makes them feel like they're ready to go out there, ready to make something happen. They're at the ready. They're strong. They're fierce. That's what they should be watching, not this nonsense. And why is it modeled, again, after a children's video? Come on. 2022, you're making it hard, man. I want to love you. I want to support you. You're making it hard. So when I saw this, I said to myself, first of all, we're in big trouble. Tyler brought up a great point before the show. He talked about China. Tell everybody what you shared with me before the show.
4 days ago, China just launched their largest warship to date. This video came out 2 days ago. 4 days ago, China launched their warship. It's their largest aircraft carrier to date. Next-gen technology, high defense. It's basically rivaling the U.S. Now, they don't have as many as we do, but to the point, they're moving ahead. They're preparing for battle, and we're putting out things like this.
So I wonder if in China, they're showing videos like this. Let's make up a video modeled after a child's television show, and let's sit everyone out that we want to be prepared for combat, and let's have them do that. My guess would be no. We better wake up, and we better wake up real fast. It's getting scary. It's getting dangerous. What was once funny is now scary and dangerous. So when I saw this, I had my reaction, and then I said, you know what, we got to get this guy out of the White House, because this trickles from the top down, right? Leaderships or the absence of leadership trickles from the top down. Joe Biden is a problem. The people around, maybe not Joe Biden, because I don't think he knows where he is most of the time. Sad to say, very sad reality. But the people around him, big problem. They think this stuff is cool. Side note, before we move on to leadership, if you wanted to actively destroy a country, what would you do? Would you do, maybe you would make the military feel real small. Maybe you would have them spend their time watching woke videos modeled after children's television shows instead of getting ready for combat. Maybe you'd be worried about instilling a mandatory experimental vaccine and discharging people who didn't comply. I'm just saying, things sound, when people say the destruction is intentional, you have to sit back and ask yourself, is it? And what would you do? It's a question. What would you do if you wanted to actively destroy a country? And then think about what's happened in the last 2 years. You can't help but say, what's going on here? Just a question. If you like the short clip, you can catch another one here, or you can catch the full episode right here.